If you're doing your part and your ex keeps dropping the ball when it comes to the kids, it can feel like your child's life is permanently stuck in last-minute scramble. Missed pickups, late returns, ignored messages, undermined agreements, but you aren't powerless. Today, I'm going to show you how to turn chaos into a calendar without a court war. You'll learn a simple step to stabilize your week and a AAA system that nudges cooperation and some simple boundary rules that de-escalate tense situations. Because you cannot change your ex's personality, but you can reduce the impact on your child, protect your sanity, and create a record that shows you are the steady child-first parent. I'm Annette Sanchez, a Florida family law attorney, a guardian ad litem that advocates for the best interests of children, and a former attorney for the Department of Children and Families. I help parents protect their kids, protect their rights, and keep the process as low conflict as possible, even when the other side is inconsistent. Here's what we're going to cover in this video. First, how to diagnose and stabilize, so you can identify the single biggest disruption and install a fast fix to stabilize the week. Second, the AAA system, apps, anticipation, and accountability, so you can replace guesswork with structure. Third, boundaries that don't escalate. No kid messaging, plus my 3-sentence report to turn spirals into decisions. Fourth, how to support the routine and escalate wisely. This is a 2-week stability plan and a ladder to resolve problems without going nuclear. By the end, you'll have copy-ready messages, a plan B line to use when things go sideways, and a calmer playbook you can use today. But before we begin, just know, this is general information for Florida families based on Florida law. It's only helpful guidance, not legal advice for your specific case. So let's talk about some of the things that could be driving you up the wall. You confirm a pickup, but your ex doesn't answer. You arrive on time, but they're 45 minutes late. You keep a steady bedtime, but they drop your child off to you wired and on sugar at 9 p.m. When you send a reasonable message, you get back either an essay or complete silence. Meanwhile, your child is stuck in the middle and you're stuck in reaction mode. So here's what I want you to remember. Structure tames chaos. Judges notice patterns, not one-off moments. A steady record of calm, clear communication, predictable routines, and reasonable solutions make you the safer choice in close calls. And more importantly, it makes your child's week livable. So think about your situation. What's your biggest co-parenting frustration right now? Is it communication, scheduling chaos, undermined roles? Let's work to change that so your messages start producing answers instead of arguments, and your child can predict their next week without even asking. You can start by stabilizing one thing that's causing the biggest mess. I know there may be a ton of problems you'd like to fix, but chasing every problem at once keeps you stuck. Fix the simple disruption your child feels most first. So ask yourself, what's my number one frustration right now? Is it missed pickups, late returns, no replies, ignored routines? Just pick one to focus on. That will make it far easier to create a plan that protects your child from the fallout. Obviously, we can't fix every problem in a single video, but I can give you 3 things that can help. Number 1, use school for exchanges. When possible, one parent drops off in the morning, the other picks up after school. Campus exchanges removes doorstep dramas and feel normal to kids. If you've been arguing at front doors, school can make the exchange feel easier. Number 2, have approved backups. If the other parent is often late or non-responsive, list a pre-approved backup like a grandparent. Don't debate it every time. Decide it once and use them when needed. And number 3, have a plan B message rule. When communicating by text, use a standard if no reply by line to establish a plan B. That might sound like this. If I don't hear back by 3, I'll confirm pickup at 5:45 with abuela. It's short, neutral, and child focused. It tells the other parent what will happen if they ignored you, and it prevents last-minute scrambles. Using any or all of these tools can really stabilize the week. And when you establish schedules this way, your child can say the plan out loud, who's picking them up, where, and when. That predictability can immediately lower their anxiety and yours. Next, you need to replace your memory memory and wishful thinking with a repeatable system that builds cooperation, or at the very least, some order. That's why I recommend the AAA system. Apps, anticipation, and accountability. Apps. Move logistics into a co-parenting app like Talking Parent or Our Family Wizard. Time-stamped messages and visible calendars reduce any he said, she said, and keep decisions in one place. When the record is clean, behavior often improves. And if it doesn't, the record still helps you. Next, anticipation. You know what the common problems are. Build in buffers around those friction points. Send reminders well before big events, then confirm midweek and ask for the response by a clear deadline. That could sound as simple as reminder, Friday, 6 p.m. pickup at school office. Please confirm Thursday by 6 p.m. Anticipation is proactive, not pushy. It tells the other parent what you need when you need it. And the last day in the system is accountability. If the pattern of unhelpful behavior continues, keep a care log for each week where you list the date, the event, what you did, the child's impact, and the next step. It should take less than 2 minutes per entry. No venting, just facts. When they do something right, acknowledge it with some simple praise. For example, thanks for the on-time pickup today. But if the problem happens, note it calmly with the same neutral structure. Accountability is not about catching your ex. It's about showing the court and reminding yourself that you are consistent and child-focused. Now, chances are you've already been using some of this system without even thinking about it. So just think about what parts you need to add. Written records, clear deadlines, or simple documentation. When you use the full AAA system, guess what happens? Your text thread starts looking more like a calendar and less like a battlefield. You'll spend less time arguing and more time deciding. And you'll be building a quiet, credible pattern that shows you're the parent who keeps the train on the tracks. Now, there's something I hear from my clients all the time. They don't want to seem soft or keep quiet when their ex keeps screwing up. But being firm in your boundaries doesn't mean you have to be loud. In fact, being loud usually backfires. Remember, the goal is to protect your child and your credibility at the same time. So here are 3 rules to help you de-escalate tense situations. Rule 1, no kid messaging. Make sure the kids aren't being asked to carry adult messages back and forth. If your co-parent tells your child to tell mom or tell dad, reply to the other adult calmly in writing with something like, please send the schedule changes directly to me in the app so that Barbara doesn't have to carry messages. Rule 2, use the 3-sentence report for patterns. I talk about this simple framework a lot because it works in so many situations. So when a problem keeps repeating, send a message with 3 short lines. Sentence 1, just the facts of the situation. Drop off was set at 7, arrival was at 5:30. Sentence 2, 1 line with impact on your child. Alex was still sleeping going to school this morning. Sentence 3, ask for what you need and confirmation with a deadline. Please confirm on-time drop-off at 7 on Friday, or propose a plan we can both rely on by 5 p.m. today. That's it. No venting, no history, no blaming or labeling, just a snapshot of what happened, why it matters for the child, and what you're asking for next. You give the other parent a simple choice to say yes, propose a fix, or reveal with a timestamp that they didn't respond. Rule 3, don't retaliate. I know it could be tough, but tit for tat turns you into the same problem you're trying to solve. Keep your side clean and follow through with your agreements, even if they don't. Show up on time, follow the plan, and when a boundary is needed, draw it up respectfully and keep going. And if face-to-face moments are what typically turns into flashpoints, change the venue. Move exchanges to school or a neutral public location. Less heat, more routine. Putting these rules into place will work in one of 2 ways. Because after 2 or 3 clean sentence reports, you'll either see better behavior or you'll have created a clear, reasonable record for the next step. Now, I know what you may be thinking. What if my ex won't reply at all? Use a clear response deadline and a plan B line. Please confirm by 6 p.m. If I don't hear back, I'll proceed with plan B and confirm. If silence becomes a pattern, document it. Keep using your structure and step up the ladder. Well, what if they send hostile messages? Don't match their tone. Just reply with 1 neutral sentence and a plan. Something like, noted. Focusing on Barbara. I can do pickup at 5:45 or 6. Please confirm by 3. Then stop. Arguing just rewards their jab at you. Decisions ended. What if they use our child to pass messages? Respond to the adults in writing. Please send schedule changes directly to me in the app so Barbie doesn't have to be carrying messages. Just keep your child out of the middle and repeat it as needed. What if I feel myself slipping into the tit for tat? In another video, I talked about the peace pledge. It's a good thing to keep in the notes on your phone, especially if you use the templates from our co-parenting communication checklist. I keep kid topics friendly. I use written channels. I avoid doorstep debates. The next time you feel like snapping back, reread that. You don't have to feel calm to act calm. Now, let's recap what you can take from this video to help you deal with an uncooperative co-parent. First, diagnose and stabilize. Fix the single biggest frustration first. Use school-anchored exchanges, an approved backup, and a plan B line so your child isn't stuck in limbo. Then, implement the AAA system. Move logistics to an app. Anticipate with early reminders, midweek confirmations, and deadlines. Then, keep a weekly care log that shows what happens and what you do. And finally, use boundary rules that de-escalate situations. No kid messagings. Use the 3-sentence report. And when messaging gets heated, don't retaliate in kind. Now, if you want your messages to be short, neutral, and court ready, download my free co-parenting communication checklist. Inside, you'll find copy-ready messages that de-escalate, the 3-sentence report template, and micro-agreements like response time rules and school-anchored exchanges you can paste into your parenting plan. Parents tell me it turns chaotic communication into calm, clear decision-making. The link is in the description, so grab it before you send your next message. And if you'd like help tailoring this to your family, your work schedule, your child's needs, and a realistic plan, my team at Annette Sanchez Law can help. We build child-first parenting plans, set up communication systems that actually work, and guide you step by step with calm, practical counsel. In my next video, we'll confront a fear that keeps many parents up at night: parental alienation. In other words, what if your ex tries to turn your kids against you? I'll show you the warning signs to watch for, how to respond with steady love, and when to bring in professionals to protect the bond. Until then, I'm Annette Sanchez. Thank you for choosing structure over reactivity. You can be calm and strong.